The government just spent $25 million to scan your eyes. Not a sci-fi movie, not a conspiracy theory. This is happening right now, today, in the United States of America. And the scariest part is that most people have absolutely no idea it is going on. Stay with me because this story affects every single person living in this country, documented or not. According to NPR, the Department of Homeland Security just awarded a $25 million no-bid contract to a company called BI2 Technologies, which specializes in iris scanning. That contract is more than 5 times larger than the last deal DHS gave this same company just last fall. ICE, which is Immigration and Customs Enforcement, is now planning to deploy hundreds of these iris scanning devices across the entire country as part of its mass deportation efforts. Now let me explain what iris scanning actually is, because this matters. Your iris is the colored part of your eye. And just like a fingerprint, no two irises are the same in the entire world. When a device scans your iris, it creates a unique digital code that can identify you with extreme precision. According to research on biometric identification, iris recognition is so accurate that it can avoid false matches even when compared against massive populations of millions of people. And here is the part that should make you sit up straight. According to reports, this technology is already being developed to work from distances of up to 10 meters, meaning it can potentially scan your eyes without you even knowing it is happening. So, how does this actually work in practice right now? According to NPR, federal immigration agents are already using facial recognition software to confirm identities before immigration hearings. The iris scanners are being added on top of that. When ICE detains someone, agents can now scan that person's iris and instantly check it against a growing government database. DHS told NPR directly that it is using, and I am quoting the department here, every tool available in its efforts to find, detain, and deport undocumented immigrants. Now here is why this matters to you personally, whether you are a citizen, a green card holder, or anyone else living in America. The question that privacy experts are asking loudly right now is, where does this data go and who has access to it? Mariana Poyares, a researcher at the Center on Privacy and Technology at Georgetown Law, told NPR that the big unanswered questions are what else is being collected alongside these iris scans, who is overseeing these databases, and how is all of this sensitive biometric information being combined and used. She pointed out that biometrics used purely for identification, like at an airport, is one thing. But when that same sensitive data gets stored alongside other personal information in a massive government database, the implications become something entirely different. Think about it this way. Your password can be changed, your credit card number can be replaced, but your iris cannot be changed, ever. If that biometric data is ever breached, hacked, or misused, there is no reset button. You cannot go to the DMV and get a new set of eyes. That is the fundamental difference between iris data and every other form of identification that has ever existed. There are also serious questions about how broadly this technology could eventually be used. Today, the stated purpose is immigration enforcement. But once hundreds of iris scanners are deployed nationwide and a national biometric database exists, the infrastructure is in place for uses that go far beyond what is being described right now. Now, let's be fair and look at both sides of this, because there are legitimate arguments on each side. Supporters of this program, including DHS itself, argue that this technology is a necessary and effective tool for national security and immigration enforcement. They say that iris scanning is faster and more accurate than other forms of identification, which means fewer mistakes and fewer cases of mistaken identity during deportations. The argument is that if the government is going to enforce immigration law, it needs modern tools to do it efficiently and accurately. Supporters also note that biometric technology is already widely used in airports, at borders, and by law enforcement agencies around the world. From their perspective, this is simply bringing government capabilities up to speed with available technology. Critics, including civil liberties organizations and privacy researchers, argue that this represents a dramatic expansion of government surveillance that goes far beyond what is necessary or appropriate. The fact that this was a no-bid contract, meaning the government did not open it up to competitive bidding from multiple companies, has raised additional questions about oversight and accountability. Critics also point out that there is currently no clear legal framework governing how long this biometric data can be stored, who can access it, or what other purposes it might be used for in the future. The American Civil Liberties Union and other organizations have been raising alarms about the rapid expansion of biometric surveillance by federal agencies across the board. In my opinion, the most alarming thing here is not the technology itself. Iris scanning exists. Governments use biometric data. That is the world we live in. What concerns me is the speed and the scale of this expansion combined with the complete absence of public debate about it. A $25 million no-bid contract was signed. Hundreds of devices are being deployed nationwide, and a permanent biometric database is being built, all without any meaningful public conversation about the rules, the limits, and the oversight. I think every American, regardless of your politics and regardless of your views on immigration, should be asking these questions right now. Because the infrastructure being built today does not disappear when the political priorities of tomorrow change. So here is what I want to know from you. Do you think the government should be building a national iris scan database? Does this make you feel safer, or does it make you feel watched? Drop your answer in the comments right now, because I genuinely want to hear where you stand on this. If you want to stay updated as this story develops, and trust me, it is going to develop fast, hit subscribe so you never miss a video. I will be covering every new detail as it comes out.